Ladies and gentlemen, the I'm With Her crowd is absolutely losing it, and it's so pleasurable and amusing and hilarious and comical. Speaking of comedy, Bill Maher, I don't need a Mueller report to know that Trump is a traitor. Bill Maher doesn't know much about politics. He's a great comedian. He doesn't know much about politics. He had no clue. He actually had a debate with Geraldo Rivera, and he had a debate with Ann Coulter. In those debates, like when he has that discussion before the actual panel of unhinged crybaby liberals, but he had a debate with he had two debates. One with Geraldo Rivera where he had no clue what Fusion GPS was or CrowdStrike was. He had no understanding. And then that was with Ann Coulter, he had no clue what Fusion GPS was. And then with Geraldo Rivera, he said something to the effect like, the intelligence agencies, not knowing that the intelligence agencies literally state within the ODNI and DHS reports that there's a level of confidence. There's a level of confidence. They are not certain of anything. They have no clue about anything. But you're talking about derangement syndrome of Trump on another level. And this is what they're saying on Twitter. I don't need a Mueller report to know that Trump is a traitor. Bill Maher. Real-time host, this is from Fox News. Real-time host Bill Maher seemed disappointed Friday night after special counsel Robert Mueller handed over his report on the Russia investigation to the Department of Justice a few hours earlier. So this is a guy who doesn't know that Hillary Clinton purchased the Steele dossier. He doesn't really understand that. He doesn't know, nor does he care. He doesn't know that James Comey lied under oath. He doesn't care that Andrew McCabe is under criminal investigation. He doesn't care that James Baker, who's also under criminal investigation, was the FBI's top lawyer, that Comey's legal counsel, who wanted to indict Clinton. He doesn't care that Clinton was actually harmed national security. Her server was hacked by China. We know this from the Inspector General Charles McAuliffe and Louis Gohmert. He does not care that Hillary Clinton not only purchased the Steele dossier and helped outsource CrowdStrike with money funneled through her law firm. Bill Maher has also stated that Bernie Sanders was given every chance to win, while at the same time, he believes that Russia hacked the DNC, which he doesn't understand. The U.S. government never looked at the DNC servers because the DNC, the Democratic Party, and Hillary Clinton outsourced a third-party tech firm called CrowdStrike, and the U.S. government relied on images and copies from CrowdStrike as if we're supposed to take a company, a third-party tech firm, that was outsourced by Democrats seriously. I must say, I don't think it looks good, Maher told his panel of guests. No further indictments, which means not Don Jr., even after the I Love It memo. Really? Yeah, the I Love It memo regarding Clinton's emails, that the only way he would have gotten Clinton's emails is if they were hacked. And furthermore, trying to get Clinton's emails is not a crime. The crime is actually having a server outside the U.S. government. That's not a crime. If Clinton's emails were hacked and then Trump Jr. got those emails, it would show two things. One, that Clinton should never have used a private server, and that, yes, U.S. top-secret intelligence and classified data and special access program intelligence is now currently in the hands, which it is, almost certainly, of hostile foreign nations around the world. The whole Trump Jr., and he also doesn't know that Natalia Veselnitskaya met with Fusion GPS's Glenn Simpson before and after the meeting. He also doesn't know, or nor does he care, Bill Maher, that Natalia Veselnitskaya was let into the country by Loretta Lynch on a special visa, and that Bill Clinton actually met with Vladimir Putin while the sale of 20% of U.S. uranium capacity was going down. So who's the traitor now? If you have money flowing into the Clinton Foundation and 20% of U.S. uranium capacity being sold, and Bill Clinton meeting with Vladimir Putin, then who's the traitor? Facebook ads, a meeting with Natalia Veselnitskaya, who is not a Russian spy. There's no link between Vladimir Putin and Veselnitskaya, but there is a link between Vladimir Putin and Bill Clinton, because Bill Clinton met with Vladimir Putin at his home. But we can go on forever. President Obama did not veto a sale of 20% of U.S. uranium capacity. Clinton's server was hacked, and even their grandiose conspiracy theory that Don Jr. Wanted Clinton's emails, and then therefore that's treason. No, it's not treasonous. No, it's not. If that would show that her server was hacked, and that would show that her server was compromised. That would actually lead back to her Espionage Act violations, U.S. Code 793F. That's the whole point of the Espionage Act. So you don't have your server hacked by foreign countries. So you don't have a server outside the U.S. government. But anyway, I must say I don't think it looks good. No further. Well, and also I guess the main thing is Clinton's emails were supposed to be about yoga, and she wasn't supposed to have anything classified. So I don't get why he wants Don Jr. indicted. I think that's the thing. I love it, Memo, really. Not Jared, not Manafort or Stone for working with the Russians. Again, he doesn't. Where's the evidence that anyone worked with the Russians? He just, whatever he hears from MSNBC, that's it. He's like a typical Democratic voter. Did the Democrats put too much trust in the Mueller report? Here we go. They're turning on Mueller now. Because I don't need the Mueller report to know he's a traitor. I have TV. I have a TV. That's your problem. You have a TV. That's Bill Maher's problem. He's super wealthy, super liberal. You would think that he's against never-ending wars. He's not. His whole thing is that he's not even really a libertarian. Bill Maher is the typical liberal authoritarian, intelligence agency loving. He loves authority. Authority is what Bill Maher loves. That's it. It's really what he loves. Except when he critiques religion, then he's against authority. Fine. But he loves the authority of the state, which is why he doesn't mind that Trump was illegally spied on. There's no evidence that Trump committed any wrongdoing. We know from the Mueller report that there's no indictments linked to Trump. We know that Trump wasn't indicted. Clinton should have been indicted. She actually committed crimes. There were legal statutes that she violated under James Comey. But see, a guy like Bill Maher, and it's not just him, it's Hollywood in general. They only care about their political side. If President Trump actually did work with the Russians, and there was this grand he conspired to cheat Hillary Clinton, I would have. This channel could be at 300,000 now. When people say, "Oh yeah, Jay, you went to Trump because of money or because it was well," I was like, "What? MAGA? Like, make America great again? Am I selling MAGA merchandise? When is that lucrative to sell Make America Great Again? You can't even walk around in LA with a Make America Great Again hat or shirt without like a fight." So I explain why President Trump's a good president. He's bringing home Americans from never-ending conflict. The rebuttal is, "Well, no, he's not yet. You see, he's not." Well, why isn't he? Why isn't he doing it as fast as I want? Because Democrats and media, and people like Bill Maher, say, "Oh my God, you can't. It has to be an orderly withdrawal." Even Bernie Sanders wants an orderly withdrawal. Which one of the biggest reasons I loved past tense, is that I wanted American soldiers home, back with their families and loved ones. Have you ever seen a picture? It was just a video. It was just recently. This American soldier visited his son in like Taekwondo class, and it's so heartwarming. The son instantly grabbed a hold of his dad and hugged him within a split second. It was like the most amazing, beautiful moment. I want those moments. I want Americans home. That's what drives me. That's what's always driven me. When I was on the left, I thought that's what the left wanted, but they don't. They don't care. Bill Maher's the type of person that he'll care more about, and it's not just him. It's the average liberal Democrat cares more about a tweet or someone's personality than President Obama destroying Libya. And they won't even admit that. They'll say, well, Gaddafi was a bad guy. They won't even admit that. Look, after the Mueller report, my advice to President Trump and my advice to every Trump supporter and my advice to every independent and even people on the left who slowly break away from the Democratic Party, because if you're watching this and you don't like Trump, because I know I have a lot of progressives still who watch my channel, and I thank you. If you're a Democrat, if you're on the left, and you're not going to toe the party line, and when Clinton runs, and she will, I explain that. When she runs and you say, I don't want to vote for Clinton, they're going to descend upon you on social media. You will be a pariah to these people. This is a cult mentality. And look, this guy prides himself on, I've seen the movie Religulous. I liked it. I used to like Bill Maher a lot. I loved his comedy. He's a great comedian. But you could look at the original Politically Incorrect shows, and he's off. Even when you look back, he's just off on his take on politics. Everything is, the Republicans are stupid, and oh my God. And that you have this, it's just this petulant, arrogant kind of, oh, we're so much smarter. Then why'd you lose? Why did Clinton lose? Oh, well, it's the American people's fault, or it's the Russians. Why doesn't this guy or anyone else, any other Hollywood celebrity, explain how many people in swing states were influenced by Russian Facebook ads? They don't know. Why doesn't Bill Maher explain which Facebook ads influenced swing state voters? He doesn't know. He doesn't care. If he's told something from a position of authority, he'll believe it. However, if the Mueller probe ends and then there are no indictments and Trump's exonerated and he's vindicated, well, then authority is no good. You know what? Actually, the game they play is this: they love authority if it works for them. They hate authority if it doesn't. They love law enforcement if it works for them. They hate law enforcement if it doesn't. They like intelligence agencies if the assessments work for them. They don't like intel agencies if the assessments don't work for them. That's one of the reasons. Democrats will lose again. That's just one of the reasons they'll lose again, because there's no playing field. They keep on moving the goalposts. They don't care. There's no, oh my God, we were wrong. You'll never get that. Oh my God, he was a traitor. We know he's a traitor. And then, oh my God, Eric Swalwell was there, agreed with Maher, saying he has seen obstruction of justice. Okay, first of all, this was not just. This was not a just thing. Nothing here has to do. This was an injustice committed, an absolute injustice committed. There's no obstruction of justice. They would have gotten Trump on that. There's no he can fire James Comey. There's no obstruction of justice. Hillary Clinton deleted 33,000 emails and she wiped servers clean. She broke BlackBerries. She did. I mean, talk about obstruction of justice. They shoved a laptop in the mail, USPS, and it was lost in the mail. So you're talking about obstruction of justice. Again, they don't care. He's going to subpoena Mueller. Have Mueller go there. They're going to look even more foolish. He knows how to do that, to hammer the same thing every day, month after month. Maher said of Trump while pounding the table, Mueller's dirty, I'm clean. Can you imagine? He doesn't like Trump's personality. That's what it comes down to. He doesn't like Trump's personality when Trump is presiding over peace between North and South Korea. No, he's not. We're much closer to peace between North and South Korea than President Obama ever was, or any other president, and that is a fact. But he doesn't care. Look, a great economy, 3.1% GDP, 467,000 manufacturing jobs created. They don't care. They don't care. It doesn't fit with their narrative. So they can't admit that they were wrong. He's still a traitor. How are you a traitor when the only evidence against you is a dossier purchased by your political rival, Clinton? And a traitor who sold uranium to Putin? It wasn't Trump's administration. It was a deal that was President Obama had the authority to a veto. This is a fact. Even Snopes. It's like the religion. Bill Maher is against religion, but he loves state religion. Even Noam Chomsky talked about this on the left. There's a state religion, and they love it. That's why they don't mind police officers with firearms, but they'd hate when average citizens have firearms. They love authority. They love the state. They love authority when it works for them. These Bill Maher and others have a state religion. They worship. It's actually not even. It's the political party's religion. He's a hardcore Democrat. He's a Democratic partisan, which is fine. But he lost again. Democrats keep losing. They got the House, big deal. I stated in 2015 that Clinton would lose the election in The Hill, The Huffington Post, and Salon. Everyone thought I was crazy. I was right. The day the Mueller probe took place, or started, you can look in the pinned comment, that segment, I said it was a bunch of nonsense. And I've been saying it's a bunch of nonsense for every day for 2 years. When I was still a Bernie Sanders supporter, and now I'm a Trump supporter, I was saying the same thing for 2 years. And I'm not right about everything, but I'm right about most things when it comes to my political analysis. Clinton was going to get indicted, and it was a cover-up. She should have gotten indicted. She'll eventually get indicted. And then Bill Maher will say, oh my God, the state, he's an authoritarian. When it doesn't work out, they're against the government. When it does work out, they say, you trust Putin over the government? There is no standard of fair play. They just want to win at all costs. So he uses his platform, like all of Hollywood, like every other celebrity out there, to demean and insult and mock Trump. At the end of the day, President Trump is a very unique politician. And he has a very unique image. You can't duplicate it. There are some people that can do, like John Belushi, for example, or not everybody can be a John Belushi. Not everybody can. What I mean is there are certain people can do certain things that if you tried to emulate, it wouldn't work out. And with Trump, that's exponentially the case. Trump can say and do certain things, and people can try to, insult him, demean him, disparage him, mock him, and it doesn't really work out. It only helps Trump. That's what Bill Maher doesn't get. Not everyone is outraged over Trump's tweets. In fact, 63 million people voted for him. Even more people will vote for Trump in 2020. He'll win again. And then, you'll hear the same thing. Oh my God, I know he's a traitor. Da-da-da. Only one president presided over a sale of uranium to Putin. Somebody should tell that to Bill Maher. Give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe right now. They're losing their you-know-what, and it's so hilarious. It is so sad also. Because they spent 2 years, oh my God, Mueller time, we're going to get him. And now they have nothing. Because there was nothing. There was no collusion. There was no collusion. And the same statute they wanted to use against Trump, the conspiracy statute, 18 U.S. Code 371, will be used against James Comey, McCabe, and Strzok, once enough documents are declassified. Give me your thoughts below. Check out HA2A below, and check out my writing in the Federalist, the Jerusalem Post, the Daily Caller. Thank you so very much. Share this segment.